Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. We're back on the Edinburgh Glasgow route and we're going to be in the Azuma again just because it's cool that we're able to drive on this route, even though it's a bit unrealistic. It should obviously be an 800, but it does the job and it's a bit of a fictional timetable anyway. But yeah, here we are at Pullman, and actually we got, what's this? Is that the Scotsman? What's going to be on the front here? What we got? I think is it the Scotsman? Yeah, you got the Scotsman here. That's sort of a good timing to get to see that. Now there's the Scotsman there at Pullman, which we barely fit on the, well, we don't fit on the platform. Our next station stop after this is Haymarket and then Edinburgh Waverley. So it's about 24 minutes, I think it said it was going to be. Yeah, about that. Cool. Well, let's get the door shut. And then we can get going. Right. Up to 90 miles an hour. Let's go. Yeah, so it is a bit weird having the 801. But it adds some gameplay to... I mean, this route is a bit dead. Well, the original timetable, the route's a bit dead. And the original timetable, it's like, what? What happened? But, yeah, with the Sprinter Express timetable, it makes it much more alive. It may not be entirely realistic. I mean, the Sprinter Express timetable, I suppose, is quite... well, not far from realistic, but then you don't get 158s going between Edinburgh and Glasgow, as it's electric. So it's a sort of a semi-fictional timetable, which I don't mind for this route, because otherwise it's dead. But I suppose if we ever did see the 800 in the game, which hopefully we do one day, this would just be swapped out. Now, if we did see another LNER route, what would you like to see? I suppose there's not really much to choose from, really. But yeah, if we could have another LNER route, what would it be? Cool. How many coaches are we as well? We are the 9 coach. The long one. Well, I think on these services it could only be the sort of, I think the 5 coach Azuma sets, I think they only go up to York, don't they? And the rest are all the big ones. There's the 158. And this is the Bowness and Kennelly Railway, Bowness and Kennelly Railway, which goes off there. They go at 100 miles an hour. Let's get a flyby shot. Zoom ahead. Well, that's not really much further to Linlithgow. Could get one going through there. Look at that though. Cool. And I'll actually be on this train mid-January. Oh, going in the opposite direction. It's going to be going up to Inverness. So it was either, as well, I first booked King's Cross to Edinburgh, as we didn't know we were going to go to Inverness then. And then I was like, oh, why don't we go up to Inverness? So we're now going to go up there. So I'd already booked the first bit from King's Cross to Edinburgh. So we get to Edinburgh sort of, I think it's late morning. And I'm going to be on the LNER service in the evening, which then goes up to Inverness. As it was either ScotRail, and it was like LNER, and I was like, oh, I'll go for that. Weirdly, LNER was cheaper by about £5 over ScotRail as well. This is Linlithgow. Those people are way too close to to the edge of the platform. extremely close. Next stop, King's Cross. Imagine if it was the next stop. That would be quite some journey. One heck of a journey. That's the GSMR not on. Yeah, it wasn't on properly. There we go. I always forget about the GSMR on here. If you don't set it up manually, you just click it and it just turns on. It's just like, oh, doesn't really make much of a difference. Let's get a little shot. Yeah, again, let's get one like that. Cool, yeah, that's good. Cool, that will do. But is everyone enjoying the Sprinter Express timetable for Edinburgh, Glasgow? It is, yeah, it's been good. Lots more to do. A load more to do than what there was originally. As I suppose this is sort of like the third rendition of a timetable for Edinburgh, Glasgow. You had the original timetable, which, as we've mentioned, is just dead. The timetable that first come out of the Class 158 ScotRail, and then now this one, which is sort of the revamped one. Good to have. Right, speed comes down fairly soon, doesn't it? Is it 90 it comes down to? It might be 90. Let's pop that down just in case. No, probably it does come down to 90. Cool. Well, we're at 90, just in case it does come down to 90, which I think it does. Believe it does. Hopefully I'm not wrong in thinking that. So this here's the line that goes off to, it would join up near Dalmeny on the 5 circle line. Yeah, 90. But I don't think any passenger trains use it. I think it's probably purely for freight. That's off that way. Anyone actually been up there? I think you can actually drive up it on the 5 circle. It joins up, goes I think like here, and that's like down many there. Just joins up with that. Cool, we're staying at 90 for now. But thanks all for coming in though. For a bit more Azuma action on this route, which is good fun. Of course, you do need the East Coast Mainline DLC and the Class 158 ScotRail to then see these services. There's a 385. I thought, okay, like a weird noise, and it was like, oh, there it is. The 385 is, it looks good model-wise. It looks superb, but the sounds are just a bit. Right, I think there might be the viaduct coming up soon, in which the speed comes down to 80 for us. Is that coming up soon? Must be. Yeah, here it is. So we're down to 80. And after the big viaduct, we should then be able to speed back up to 100. So I'm getting good with this route now. I mean, I've never really been properly good with this route HUDless, but I feel like I'm getting more and more confident with it. But the bit we never really do is between Pullman and Croy. We always have the services between Croy and Queen Street and vice versa, and Pullman and Edinburgh, Waverley vice versa. But that gap in the middle is like, don't really know that bit too well. It's only Falkirk. That's the only stop on there. And up to 100. So there's there's only one other station before Haymarket, and that is Edinburgh Gateway. So we get to skip that out. We shouldn't really be too much further now, and we're doing this quite quickly. It's been 11 minutes already, and we're getting there. Absolutely flooring it. Is that another 158? Yeah, another 158 there. Still yet to try out the guard mode on it. Troubles with guard mode on this route is the stops are quite far apart. So it would just be a bit, to record it, it would be a bit like, it would take quite a while to, it wouldn't really be that interesting. So I'm sort of waiting for the 158 to come to 5 circle, because guard mode on there is sort of perfect, as all the stops are relatively close to one another. Right, chasing yellows, something's ahead, so if we stay at about 70, so that's probably a sprinter, so that'll be going 90, so if we stay, we'll go about 75, and just keep it at that. Which is a little bit annoying, because that means that we'll stop at Edinburgh Gateway. So, then we're going to be waiting for it. That's nice to, you know, get stuck sometimes behind another train. As most of the time on most routes it's green the whole way. Apart from the Brighton Main Line, where quite often you get reds. Still double yellow. Yeah, we'll stay at 70. In fact, I might pop it down a bit more. When we come down to 60, that seems fairly reasonable. Well, saying that, we're not too far off Edinburgh Gateway, and assuming that train's going to be stopping there, I'll just sort of bring it down to about 50 actually. Better for the passengers, isn't it, if we don't come to a complete stop. Although in real life I still apologise if we're going slow. I don't know, whatever it was, didn't stop at Edinburgh Gateway. Yeah, so if you come to a stop in real life, make an announcement saying apologies for the delay, we're waiting for this Victoria service to go through. Or you're running really slow and it's still like, apologies for the slow running. But I suppose slow running is better than being at a standstill. So it's Edinburgh Gateway. This is a quite cool modern station. Love it. Another double. I know what we are following. See, all of the Sprinter services, I believe, stop at Edinburgh Gateway. Unless we're following a 385. Or maybe a Glasgow to Edinburgh Sprinter service. I don't know where they stop, as I've not done one of those. But I suppose that might have sort of skipped out Edinburgh Park. Hang on, was I calling Edinburgh Park Edinburgh Gateway? I feel like I was. So you've got Edinburgh Park, which is the one we just went through, and then Edinburgh Gateway, which is at the airport stop on the 5 circle. I feel like I probably said a gateway earlier, so I apologise. Edinburgh Park. But they're quite similar and they're bloody close to one another. Yeah, Edinburgh Park. I'm sure some of you picked up on that. I can hear a turbo star. Oh no, oh, it's a HST. Oh lovely. Not quite a turbo star then. But I just heard a diesel and I thought, oh, 5 circles there. Oh, that's cool. So you have actually also got the Inter 7 City AI on the 5 circle. Oh, I want to race it. It's like an IET versus a HST. That would be perfect, but can't really. Almost would risk going through a red light, which wouldn't be good. Let's get in the way. Although I suppose HST is better than an IET, isn't it? Comfort wise. And you got the Murrayfield Stadium. Still a double yellow. This is a freight train, no. It could be a freight train we're following. Maybe. Got to get a bit of that in, put that to off. Oh, there you go, now we're winning. Some of that. No, maybe that one's waiting for us, maybe. Yeah, so we're waiting for the train, which obviously is sat at Haymarket at the moment. I swear, the ScotRail's the tyre livery. It just looks good on every train. Is there a train which the ScotRail livery doesn't look good on? What are we following then? Oh, it is a 385. Loads of trains there. You've got 385, 158, HST to the left of us. And, oh, an IET which we're in. Cool. I wait for that to leave, which it looks like it is leaving now. Here comes the 158. Top the star of the show. The train you need to get this timetable. Oh hello, it's connected up to a 170 as well. Nice. And of course, if you want to see the 170, you will need the 5 circle route. As there's quite a few requirements to see everything on this timetable. It's worth it though. Assuming that signal over there is a coacting signal, so that's actually our signal. That. I remember the first time I came across a coacting signal, it was on the Midland Main line at East Midlands Parkway. It really confused me. It was like, hang on, why have we got 2 main signals? I think that must be a coacting signal. I'm going to go right to the end of the platform here, as that stop marker is probably more fit for purpose on the 158 and the 385. So I'm going right to the end here. Oh, that isn't a coacting signal. It's not. Oh, that one's just got a single yellow there. cool. I sort of want to race it. It's like, come on. Get those doors shut. That has an advantage over us though, because that's quicker if you're on the 5 circle, or on that side. As for us, it comes down to 20 a lot sooner. Right, we are off. Into the tunnel. So Edinburgh Waverley is our next and final station stop. And this will then continue all the way down to London, so another sort of 4.5 hours. It's only 35 here. But coming out of the tunnel, I think it is 20. I can hear that HST again. Although we got to slow down a lot sooner than it. Coming up to the end of the tunnel, and at the portal is where it's 20. And for anyone who doesn't know what the portal is, have a guess. A tunnel portal. There's a 158 there now. Oh, okay. Yeah, the entry sort of exit to the tunnel is a portal. Oh, we're coming across. Sorry, 158. We're coming across. Position 2 junction indicator. That's coming across. Quite a tight sort of crossover here as well. Nice track joint sounds though. Point sound. So we'll go across. Cool, and we should actually come in to the platform which then sort of allows you to see. We should come in sort of the end platform which allows you to sort of go right through. As, well, we don't terminate here. So I think that will be a first. Don't think we've come into this platform. Platform 19. Oh no, we might have come into there before. Cool. So I think you've got 3 platforms which sort of allow... No, is it 4? 2 on this side and 2 on the other, which allow you to sort of go right through, and then all the other platforms are in the middle. This is Edinburgh Waverley. You've got the castle up there. Lovely roof though here at Waverley. So it's quite similar to Central, Glasgow Central. Similar style. And there's our red light. Should be fully in the platform. I'd be surprised if we weren't. One day maybe we'll be able to go further. Edinburgh to Newcastle would be cool. Here we are. That's that. Right side door release. DR8 on. There we go. There we have it. That is another run there on the Azuma on the Edinburgh to Glasgow route. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found in all the usual places. Discord, PayPal, merch store. After that, thanks all for coming in. Hopefully we'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye guys.